Confucius was wrong, about me at least.
Huh?
Confucius was wrong, about me at least.
About what?
Me, at least.
Says Confucius was wrong, about me at least.
Okay, the mighty Confucius once expressed, study the past as if you would define the future. But I would feel dishonest with not only myself, but my audience as well, if I did not admit that I in fact disagree with this statement, despite my apparent lack of credibility. Some of you may be wondering what on earth a mere 15-year-old girl is doing criticizing one of the greatest figures to emerge from ancient history. I find it pertinent to mention that this opinion of mine originates from my own past, or what I prefer to call life's greatest teacher. My thinking exists as such. The importance of where one comes from pales in comparison to the vast, mountainous expanse of opportunity in front of all of us. All too often, we forget the futility of the past. The word itself denotes its own relativity to the world in which we use the term. The past, something completed and something finished, exists for the sole purpose of serving as a guide to lead those in the present, not to serve as a scapegoat for when we fail. Although difficult for me to admit, I myself have failed an innumerable amount of times, but I have yet to blame my less than successful endeavors on anything other than personal laziness or pure misfortune in the context of the situation. Perhaps failure itself deserves more credit for making the past so rich with life lessons. If nothing else, failure at least tells us when the time to try something new is nigh. Although I am well acquainted with failure, my past has not always been filled with sunny days and clear skies either. My life story starts in a grungy city in the far eastern region of Russia, Khabarovsk, which even to this day acts as if it has missed the memo on the collapse of the Soviet Union. The hospital, a generous term, was where I spent most of my time, and referred to by the locals as Kharpatskia Krayevna Klinicheskaya, which was not exactly what an individual with even the most rudimentary knowledge of modern medical standards would be able to deem as a safe establishment without a guilty conscience. It was there that I found myself after a series of unfortunate, or fortunate, depending on your perspective, events that left me not only without a mother or father, but essentially homeless and lifeless. The specifics that caused me to end up in that dilapidated old building on Krasnodarskaya Street, utterly alone before I'd even acquired a semblance of a sense of self, have since evaded me, something that I will only privately admit haunts me. Regardless, if an ex-orphan who comes from nothing other than the history of abandonment, with absolutely no family, no home, and no identity, can find themselves living in one of the richest places in the land of opportunity, surely our past is nothing other than sculpt of perpetually evolving characters. For if our past truly exists as some huge Goliath-like domineering presence in our lives, what on earth am I doing in this country, speaking this language, living the life that I lead in its entirety? We all come from different backgrounds and are dealt different hands of cards. Life, a simple culmination of moments in which we create our own futures, truly grows into what we choose to make of it. We can allow adversity or troubled past to either become mere obstacles in our paths or excuses for our failures. The decision rests entirely with the individual. Every human that has walked the earth since the dawn of time has faced their own trials and battle travails unique to them. But those who can turn the aforementioned setbacks into opportunities and are willing to create their own fortunes lead the most fulfilling lives. In all truthfulness, this I believe.
Very good.